Hey everyone, how's it going? MJ here, using my wireless mic. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's just sitting here, on my. Oh, maybe I can move it. Maybe I can move it like this. Sorry about that. Might be a little better like that. All right. Just want to say before I get started, we are actually able to take Skype calls. So just check it out. The real-time one on Skype. Yeah. Anyway, the reason I came on today was I wanted to tell everybody what's been going on, and let everybody know that I'm not exactly dead yet. But I gotta tell you, this last month has been very bad on me with regard to my cardiac arrhythmia and palpitations. And on a daily basis, I literally feel like I'm going to die. Just before I even went on the air, I mean, I get these drop beats. Your heart goes along at beats, and then it decides to stop. And it'll stop for 1 or 2 and go on. Hopefully that's all. But sometimes it stops for longer than that. And what you have to do is, you have to, first of all, remain calm. Keep your wits about you. Realize that this is just something that's going to happen and you're going to get through it. But you have to, make yourself cough really hard to kind of jolt your chest. It's kind of like somebody banging on your chest. I mean, there's no substitute for a defibrillation paddle, but I mean, that's, so at least it's not as bad as my friend Ed. My friend Ed just had a defibrillator implanted in his chest, and every time his heart goes haywire, it gives him a shock, and he said it hurts. I guess you'd rather have that than anything else, but anyway, I have my tablet here, and actually it's connected to the Jar Jar Wi-Fi, whereas I'm on the mobile internet. So they're on 2 different networks. It should be okay. So if you want to give me a call, search on Skype for The Real Taiwan, and yeah, everybody can hear it. It's a talk show. It's great, like what I used to do. But look at me, man. I haven't shaved for a couple of days. My hair's a mess. I need a cut. I haven't been sleeping. I've been under tremendous pressure, too, because, how do I put this? I'm kind of in demand. When I first built my studio, I built it with the view towards creating my own music and doing my own music, right? I started this in 2018. Everybody knows Casper, our old friend Casper from the Netherlands. He helped me obtain a piece of equipment that started my studio, and I've been adding to it since 2018. And since 2018, I haven't released a single thing, not one single song. I'm 67 now. Every year that goes by makes it more difficult for me to do things like, sing like I used to. I'm not complaining, but what happened was I almost immediately became in demand for studio clients looking for an experienced engineer that can solve their problems, and that's me. And especially since I have all that, from 30 years ago and more analog experience, these hundreds of records. I've gotten into the digital age now, and I have all kinds of digital tools and using DAWs for editing and so forth. And so somebody can basically send me what amounts to, let me know if I'm overloading. I think I might be overloading and the audio might be too loud. Somebody can send to me what amounts to an absolute mess of a record, just a mess of tracks, just junk and garbage. And I can make it sound like a record. that's a good skill, but the problem is I'm not, I'm not 25, I'm not 30, I'm not 35. That's when you want to do that kind of stuff. When you're 67, you're kind of in a senior level thing, and that's where you would delegate that stuff to the younger engineers, except there aren't any. There aren't any younger engineers in my area, nobody that I know of that can do these things. So I'm under tremendous pressure. But anyway, I've had some very good experiences, and one of my bigger studio clients, Paul Clark, is about to release an album, and it's called Sunsets, that's apostrophe S, Sunsets Bones. That's the name of the band and the name of the debut album. I gotta tell you, it's gonna be pretty good. There are 10 songs on it, and I am proud to say that I actually contributed some things to the album. I did some horn orchestration on one tune. I did like some rhythm background guitars that really made a big difference in one of the tunes, and I actually had the privilege of doing a solo on another tune, so that was great. And I had to do the drum replacement on a couple tunes too. So we are Dave Fistbump. We are live. Dave, I heard a rumor that it's 43 degrees C where you are right now, which means that you could probably go to the hood of any car in the parking lot and cook breakfast. We're at Jar Jar's, and I'm drinking Kieran's Forever Strong. This is a sparkling 9%, that's why it says strong, drink of some kind, and it says, that it's alcohol here, but it also says that there's, can't really read this, but it says there's this is funny, I didn't really look at it. The juice percentage is 0.06% actual juice. But yeah, Dave, everybody would love to hear what you're doing, and thanks for joining, and thanks for making the first comment on the stream. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me if I lost 100% of my followers. I have literally been, I know, like I usually stream on Sunday night and Thursday night my time. For the last 2 months, I've been so tired and beat, but I've also had that situation where I've had these heart palpitations, and I have my own line group, and all that. Still 318. Yeah. Oh yeah. You mean the, yes. Sorry. Yeah. You mean the subs. Yeah. Now I got it. Sorry. Took me a second. See, I told you. And Dave and I were talking this morning. We both had a sleepless night last night. He had a sleepless night for a different reason than me, but I've actually, this is about the pressure that I've been under and stuff. There's another company. You guys know Tony. Remember I used to do live streams from his factory where he was pouring metal? You guys probably remember that. It's quite a while ago on Periscope. He sold his company. His wife is big. His wife is from China. She's actually in Shanghai now, and they buy scrap plastic material from all over the world, and they reprocess it as new material to be used. It's recycling. It's really cool. I like that. I like recycling. And so they asked me to help them get involved and help them with some of the English communication. So I set up a whole new website for them, very simple, just a list of stuff that they buy, phone numbers, and yeah, okay, good. Phone numbers, we're getting a toll-free 888 number for them. It'll ring on my phone, incidentally. And yeah, so I also have I'm live streaming here. I also have a personal, I should just make this available, just so anybody can call me, because I'm not that big of a star that people are gonna, I'm gonna have 10,000 calls a day, but I actually have a 603 New Hampshire number that anybody can call, and it rings my phone in Taiwan. But seriously, this is actually making me feel better. I believe that the heart palpitations I have been suffering are because of stress. Because I have another client. See, I'm finishing a 10-song album. And I don't know if you guys can appreciate this, but when you mix 10 songs and you master them, which not a lot of engineers who mix do mastering, they're kind of separate. But when you master them and you put them all in a single project and you listen to them one after another and they don't sound similar or like the same band or they're missing the cohesion, it's your fault. There's a lot of pressure on you as the engineer to get that right. And I've been making some adjustments. And it's tedious. But you know what? I also believe in education. There's a guy on YouTube called Streaky. That's just how it sounds. It's spelled just how it sounds, Streaky. He's from the UK. He's a mastering engineer. The guy's big time. And he does some amazing YouTube videos, but he has a bunch of really cool online courses. And I enrolled for one. I highly recommend it if you're interested in that kind of engineering. I enrolled in one of Streaky's online courses for mastering for Spotify. Because that's where it is. That's where it's at, Spotify. But anyway, be that as it may, I've been mastering the other tunes for the CD, and we're almost ready to compile them. It's just funny. We had this one tune with this bizarre, strange, like ultrasonic tone that's coming from out of somewhere. I don't know. It's crazy, and it's like I said, hey, you know what? We've done 9 tunes already, and got to have one mystery. And he was all laughing. He is so pleased with the outcome because he recorded these tracks at home in his basement with a digital Porta Studio. He's a guitar player. He's not an engineer. And so being able to take these tracks and clean them up with, quite frankly, expensive software and hardware is it's a skill, you know. But I think with my heart palpitations, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think I'm feeling the pressure. And I don't get to relax that much. And the funny thing is, too, is I don't sleep that much. And you know I've been having depression. I'm just bearing my soul here, but you guys have known me for a long time, man. I love you guys so much. All my followers, you know. You've been through everything with me, and you stuck with me. I'm really a nobody, but you, like, assign me so much honor and importance. It's crazy. I don't deserve it, but I don't like to disappoint people, and I have this thing about being competent. I think it's a man thing, but I don't want to be little women either, because I know so many competent women. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just a Sigma male thing. Maybe I could just say that. But I have this thing about being competent. If I am not competent or I don't feel competent, now that's the other thing too. I could actually be competent in something but not have the confidence, as I'm not going to do it anyway. I might try something kind of almost jokingly with the, you know, explicit understanding that if it doesn't work, it's not because I didn't warn you, I don't know what I'm doing, like that. But I refuse to do that in audio and in music. And if somebody asks me to do something, because engineers have a fit, F-I-T. I don't mean they go crazy. I mean it's something that fits them, that's suitable. I guess is a better word, suitable for them. So guys like Bob Clearmountain, for example, he does, you know, Brian Adams records and like, you know, what was that band? Genesis. It was a Genesis. More Than This. Anyway, I can't even think right now. But he has a certain sound in a certain genre, and I know a lot of engineers work and specialize in certain genres, but they feel uncomfortable outside of those genres. You know what I mean? So we can't always just fake it and say, "Oh yeah, I can do anything." Now, of course, I like to think that I can do anything. But I'm much more suitable for rock. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. This is funny. One of my favorite forms of music is hardcore dance. I really like that. I'm just not good at it. I don't really mess with it. But when I released Gotta Keep Dancing in 1995, and for those of you who don't know, if you go to Spotify and you search on, and this is important because my artist name is Recording Artist MJK, just like that. Recording Artist MJK. Yeah, I know. Surprising, huh? I released a song in 1995 called Gotta Keep Dancing, and you will hear dance music influence in that song. That song is a dance song that I dropped some heavy guitars on top of and screamed on it like a soul record, you know, because I was in my 30s, what do you expect? And people were telling me that I invented a new form of music, dance rock. I don't know if that's true or not, and I'm not going to make that claim, but that's what people say. So you decide for yourself. Go to Spotify. In fact, you can even find it on YouTube. Yes. In fact, you can go to YouTube and find it. Recording Artist MJK, Gotta Keep Dancing, and you know, send me a message sometime. Let me know what you think. You can always find me on Skype. You send me a message on Skype if you don't know any other way to contact me. But if you think that I'm full of crap, I want to know that too, because we got to be real no matter what we do. But I love dance, and I have a new tune that I'm working on with my daughter, and you guys know this, and I feel so bad because I haven't released it. She recorded it when she was 9. She's 10 now. What am I going to release it when she's 16? I'm so busy. Oh, I just gotta say no. I have problems. I have trouble saying no to people. But the funny thing is the no lecture is what I give other people that I know. There's a guy that I know that's so absolutely burnt out. And I met with him and I said, watch my lips. No. I was going like that. He was laughing his head off. But I was trying to make a point. That's what you got to say. But you know what? I can't do it. So one of my other studio clients sent me a message, and I'm going to be honest with you, he guilt-tripped me about how he's not going to be able to release the number of songs that he thought he could release this year because I'm not living up to it. But then again, I mean, he didn't actually give me the schedule. But I don't want to disappoint people. And I guess I'm feeling the pressure. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I feel better just coming on and talking about it with my followers. It's amazing. You know, I guess there's two things that I really need. I need to keep doing my Bible reading, but the second thing is I need to keep doing my live streaming no matter what, because it is a necessary outlet. Excuse me. It is a necessary outlet that I think is important. There's Joanna. Hey, Joanna, 你好。对呀，我开直播，现在 live. Bye bye. That's Joanna. Actually, Joanna is the lady that runs the place where Neil, remember Neil? Noel. Why did I say Neil? Where Noel stayed. Here next to me. It is. And the funny thing is, I've grown so accustomed to it, but because Dave, you know, for those of you who don't know, Dave and I, we communicate almost on a daily basis. Let me tell you something. If a week went by and we didn't even say like, hey, how's it going? What's going on? It would be very unusual, highly unusual. And Dave often asks me, you going on tonight? I'm like, I'm just too beat. And often it's because I spent a day in the studio mixing and my ears kind of feel burnt out, or I've just looked at a screen too long because it affects my eyesight. I have another set of glasses exactly like these frames, just like this. You guys saw those that are made for the computer. Blue blocking lens, and these are trifocals with the adaptive, I guess, I don't forget what they call it, where you don't see the lines, it blends in. So I've got the distance on the top, mid-range, and the close-up, right? So the thing is the studio glasses are missing the top. So I've got this huge mid-range, and it's great because the close-up is kind of small. I just look down at the console or at some piece of hardware, but it's very comfortable. But I find that when I'm not wearing those glasses and I'm watching like my phone or my tablet, watching videos and things, it gets to be a problem where later on in the evening I'll be looking at things and they're not in focus. I'm like, oh, that's bad. So, anyway, I took yesterday off. I decided I was going to take today off. Now today is a cloudy day, kind of gray. Let me do this. This is the intersection here. I'm just going to move the whole tripod. This is the intersection here, and that is that is some kind of food truck there. And that is some kind of a meat and egg concoction, and that's what it says in Chinese, right? You can see that. Let me see. I guess I should have brought my gimbal. Because if I brought my gimbal, I could go over there and order something and see what it looks like. But yeah, anyway, so that's what's going on here in the neighborhood. We're just hanging out. Now that 7-Eleven on the corner, guys, remember me talking about that? That 7-Eleven right over there is finished, and the second floor is amazing. The second floor would make an excellent place actually for live streaming, except that now that the word's out, there are so many people that are visiting the place that it's hard to, well, I go up there and I can't find any, I mean, I'm not alone is what I'm trying to say. This is what it looks like from the inside. That's a shot from there. I know, I love to. Now this is really cool. That's what it looks like. And the bizarre thing is, I'm going to show you this right now. I'm going to blow this up. The bizarre thing is, let me move this to the center of the screen. You see that red sign? It's hard to see because it's, but it says Jar Jar Store. You see that table right there? That's where I'm sitting, right at this very second. It's crazy, huh? All right, so this is another shot of the inside, looking out. And I'd love to stream here, but I went there this morning to do my Bible reading and some study and some meditation. And it was jammed with people. But the cool thing is there's a balcony. I don't know if the balcony will ever be open for people. That's what I'm curious to know. I know, it is. It really is. And let me see if I have a picture. I think the best part, right? I think I might have left this out. Let me show you the best part of, oh yeah, here it is right here. The best part of this place is this right here. 2 USB chargers and a standard electrical outlet. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, Taiwan's electrical system is based on the US system. When you visit here and you're from North America, you don't have to change anything. Just bring your stuff. It plugs right in. I mean, if that's not an incentive. Because how many foreigners go to Thailand, plug their hairdryer in or something, or their razor, and it blows up? You know what I did? I was stupid. I went to China. I had a beard trimmer back when I had my beard. And I had a beard trimmer, and I went to China, and I plugged it in, and it smoked. And I was like, oh, of all the people in the world, yeah, some engineer I am, huh? All the people in the world, I should know that. Anyway, let me go back on the, all right. Now, I have a dear friend. His name is You. Fortunately, the Arc 5, because it's made in Japan, has an international power supply. Because a lot of people don't know this. They think Japan's power grid is 220. No, it's 100 volts. It's actually less than the United States. The United States used to be 110. It's crept up to 120. That's a clever way to charge you more money, guys. But it's happened over, 25 some years. And so the Arc 5 can take everything from 100 volts to 240 volts. So don't worry about it. Arc 5 is the razor. Dave is referring to the electric razor, which, by the way, I need to go home and use. I got to tell you, after a couple of these, what I think I'm going to do when I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to go back. I'm going to lather my face up with this nice warm foam, and I'm going to shave, and I'm going to take a hot bath with a couple drops of my favorite essential oil, and I'm going to forget everything I know about making music. How's that sound? Hey, Dave, I know you had trouble sleeping, but I got to tell you, you're in one of the most international big cities, right? You rely on caffeine. Oh, you outed me. Oh, Dave, I was counting on you not to out me. Yeah, I'm on caffeine and I do shaving. Okay, I'll confess. Caffeine is a live streaming platform. And what I decided to do was, I decided that because the way oh my gosh, the way my bathroom is situated, in front of the sink, where you wash your hands, I have a sliding window, and it's on aluminum tracks. And the aluminum tracks have a gap that can hold the mobile phone at the exact precise angle that it's pointing right at my face. It's like, okay, it was meant to be. And so a couple of times I have made titles like in Chinese, like shaving my face kind of stuff, all in Chinese. And once in a while in English, shaving. And I would I might say something. Now, if the title's in English, I might say one or two things in English. If the title's in Chinese, then I only speak in Chinese. I'll say something like, oh, that was uncomfortable, or oh, this feels good, or oh, I missed this spot, or something like that, right? I'm getting like, I'll do a shaving live stream and I'll get 50 views after like 24 hours. I was joking with Dave. I said, I think I got the wrong approach. I think I should do a show, I don't know, men's grooming. How I comb my hair or whatever, how I keep my hair from falling out, whatever it is. Cute little kid walking by, couldn't stop turning around looking at me, so I waved at him way back. But yeah, that's what Dave was talking about live on caffeine. But Dave, you're in a big city, international city. I'm sure if you went to, I got enough. Something's got to go. I said a long time ago I was going to have to stop doing live streams on this channel because I got too much. But yeah, it would be. Actually, you know what? If I had, anybody want to be volunteer editors? I'll make the content, but you got to edit it. How about that? We'll come to a compromise because you can get all the editing credits that you want, but I just at this point it's too much for me to take. I was talking to Dave about doing a channel called The Men's Room, where I address things like supplements for men and things that particularly affect older men. I'd love to do it, and I even did. You know me, I document everything. I did a whole like prospectus, an outline on how the channel would operate and the subjects. And I came up with like 50 different topics. But I don't have time to do it. It's just how it is. But anyway, Dave, what I was going to say is, if you find some, it's called, in Chinese, it's called Elan, but I think it's called like YLANG-YLANG, like Lang Lang, something like that. That's an essential oil, and that is known for like calming. Lavender is also known for sleep, but I gotta tell you, yes, find some of that in your hotel. Draw a hot bath, put a couple drops in that. Yep, you might even fall asleep right there. I've been using lavender in a diffuser, and the Elan. I've been using tea tree oil. Oh, is it? Thank you. I'm gonna move it over here. The mask mandate is over. I'm going to take my hat off too. Might have been making contact with the strap for my bag, so. I don't care if you see it. I just don't want it like up against my neck. That's okay, right? Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm so glad I solved that crackling problem with the new cable. Holy cow. But the new cable is actually shorter than the old cable, and it exerts more of a pull on the phone. Ugh, you just can't win. Because it's one of those, you know, coily spring cables. But anyway. But yeah, I recommend that you get some of that, you know, some of that essential oil, and I think that will help you. I think it'll help you get some much needed rest. Now we are taking calls, Skype, the real-time one. We're on a separate network. I've got my second device with 4 Dolby Atmos tuned speakers. We will be able to hear you. If you want to call video, I'm not going to return the video call because of the data, because obviously you're seeing me here. But if you want to do a video call, I can move the camera and show you on screen if you want to. But for the most part, I think we're just going to do like voice calls probably. So feel free. I actually feel a good bit better and more relaxed just having a couple drinks. I've been trying to fast too. And the funny thing is, you know, I've been doing exercises and I'm a lot weaker than I thought I was. I have been sitting in the studio for months and months and months and didn't realize the negative impact that it had. See, here's the problem. In our minds, we're the person that we were in our youth, right? Well, I mean, in my youth, I lived in the studio. I literally spent years and years of my life sitting at a mixing console, working on music. But I was in my 30s and my 40s. I was doing a lot more active stuff. I was going hiking, you know, camping, shooting, all kinds of stuff. And I was just younger. But now that I'm in my, I'm past 65, so I'm in my late 60s. If I sit on a chair all day for 5 days in a row, I might as well smoke a carton of cigarettes. That's like, are you trying to die? So the problem is though, is I got this exercise bike and I'm trying to do exercises on it, but I got these heart palpitations. Anyway. But I have in the same room that I have the exercise bike, I've got my old, you guys probably remember from old live streams, I got my old AIO. I have a 27-inch touchscreen AIO computer. Back when I got it, it was huge. It was amazing. It's still an amazing computer, and the fact that you can just touch stuff, you know. So that makes a perfect interface, like when I'm doing exercises and I want to look at something, I want to watch something, I can just touch it. And so that's become my media server. I'm using Plex. And so it's the Plex media server, and all of my movies and other content. Yeah, I got to. I got to take it to the shop. You're right. I need to take it to the shop, give him a laundry list, and tell him, take your time. I don't care if it takes a month. Because, there are a couple things wrong with it, and I tried to contact the company. I don't know if it's English or what, but they just don't want to talk to me. But I did meet the boss of the company. See, it got sold. The old boss, Kevin Gao, I brought my trike down to their Taichung factory at least 3 times for a tune-up, for them to fix things and change things, and it was amazing. I'm not getting that kind of service from the new owner. But about the Plex server, I'm watching movies on my TV in the living room that are on the Plex server, upstairs, right? So that's really cool. That's amazing. And so the exercise bike is in the room with the server. And my next move is to mount it on the wall so I can pivot it. Actually, it's in the master bedroom. And it's cool because I think having a computer on the what I'm talking about is I've got one of those articulated arms, and having that on the articulated arm in the bedroom means I'll be able to wake up in the morning and check the weather, and look at the latest news and that kind of stuff. So it is loud. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my Commerce in. There's a company called, I know you can't see this, Flare, F-L-A-R-E, Flare Audio. They make some of the most interesting and useful, amazing products for hearing and for sound. And I have a pair of what they call Commerce. I have 2 types, Commerce, C-A-L-M-E-R-S. It's like, a noun of being calm. Each one of them looks like this. It has a little tab on the end. It's actually, you can't really see it, it's actually a waveguide. These go in your ears with the tab at the back. So if I hold it like this, you see with the tab, I don't know if you can see this. Okay, so the tab is down. So now it's towards the back, right? Not the front. And I put it in my ear like this, push it in until I reach a reasonable level of resistance. Voila. Same with this, tab in the back, right this way. Oh, they are indeed Commerce. What these waveguides do is they cancel those nasty, annoying, sharp, peaky, mid-range frequencies that hurt your ears and make you annoyed. There are 2 types. Well, actually, there's 3 types. There's a type for kids. And my daughter, Phoenix, has been wearing these for over 2 years. She loves them. She wears them every single day of her life. I gave her a pair of them, and I said, Pumpkin, try these and see what you think. She put them in and never took them out again except to go to bed. It's amazing. This is the other pair that I have. These are sort of clear. The other ones are white. These are a little bit harder plastic. The ones I have in now are called the Commerce Sleep, and they're softer because when you are on a pillow, you're going to move the ear, and the ear canal, the outer ear canal is going to move, and you want something soft, not something hard stuck in your ears. If you've ever tried to sleep and you're wearing earplugs, you know what I'm talking about. Every time you turn your head and you're trying to sleep in a noisy environment with earplugs in, and you turn your head, you wake up to the point where you're cognizant, oh man, I got stupid earplugs in my ears. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. And then you fight to go back to sleep. That's what these are for. But these also have a higher, slightly higher. I looked at the audio graphs, the curves, so I understand what they're saying. So I prefer to wear these even during the day, because these have a tendency to attenuate the higher frequencies a little bit more so you can sleep than these do. But if you just want to take it down, just turn it down a little bit on the high end. These are amazing. You see how they're kind of curved, right? It's a waveguide. It's not an earplug because there's a hole in it. See, it's like you can see through it. It's a hole, so you can still hear people talking and you can understand what they're saying. But they also make an earplug called the Isolate, and they even have like a titanium frame. These are just the plastic frame. This is what the Isolate looks like, and this is like the most intelligent lanyard. You know, like you take your earplugs out, you want them to, just stay around your neck. But look at this. This actually is split, so you can put it like this around your head. So it doesn't matter if the earplugs fall forward or rearward. They're never going to leave your neck. It's amazing. These don't fit me so well because the large size tip is a little too small for my ear canal. This may have something to do with why I'm a golden ears, apparently. I don't know. But Flair did come out with a brand new set of earplugs that's designed to be not so internal. They're more external, right? Sorry. I just got a call. I had to reject it. They're more external. And so I ordered those and they haven't gotten here yet. So when they get here, I'll show you. But they're actually a bigger 盖直播，来一下，看看，说你好，huh? Miss Lynn is here. 来一下。I want Miss Lynn to say hi. YouTube FB Live 就是直播，对，所以现在我们播放对 I understand. She said she wants to say hi to everybody. Yeah. 你说大家好哈，对不对？对，我知道。So funny thing is right, she's lost the ability to speak, but I still understand what she means. So she's very happy to meet all you guys. Miss Lynn is amazing. She's like 78 now. She recently had another health issue that she overcame, and everybody was like, and the neighbor was so concerned. She lives on my street, but at the opposite end. She's saying bye to everybody. She had surgery on her throat, and she went into the operation fully speech capable, and when she woke up, she wasn't. It's really sad. But the funny thing is, she's really smart, and you can tell by looking at her eyes and talking with her. The funny thing is, she just goes, right? But I understand what she's saying because Chinese is a tonal language. So I just listen to the tones and I look at her, right? And I said, well, you heard what I said. I translated what she said, but she didn't actually say anything. And she was like, yeah. So anyway, 大家好 means hello everybody. So that's what she was saying. Hello everybody. Anyway, I loved her. She's a really nice person, and she looks out for me a lot. And she cleans up everything here, takes care of stuff, because as you might imagine, this Jar Jar store has a lot of scrap. And they have a lot of cardboard scrap, boxes and cartons and things. And when she collects it because it's helpful to her for an income. Because in Taiwan, they will pay for scrap materials. All right, so Just watching the people go by here. Excuse me. All right. I'm not going to drink this. I'm going to take this home. I don't want to drink too much. But you know, I'm going to tell you, the 2 or 3 hours previous to my starting this live stream, I was having palpitations. Sorry. I got to go. My friend Ed is calling me, and Ed is in the hospital. But I've been having palpitations, and haven't had any since I started the live stream. But anyway, I got to go. I got to talk to my friend Ed. He might actually need my assistance. So you guys take care. We'll see you later. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry for the abrupt ending, but take care. Bye-bye. I'm sorry. I apologize.